I'll do. So kind of a quick one. It's been asked quite a lot recently in the comments. How do I lock a gearbox? Now, if I don't replace a gearbox to one of these lesser planetary style gearboxes, I will lock them. And I never use the shifting servo, the shifting rod, and I never switch between gears off a remote. I never find the need to. If you're running around a club layout and you're in third gear, then you're going too fast, and personally you should be kicked out of the club for endangering everybody else's trucks. Now, people put thousands of pounds into these, and to have one wiped out by an idiot wouldn't be nice. Now, they are set up way too fast, and within the kit you are actually provided little option parts to lock the gearbox. You might want to just lock your truck down into first gear and just have it nice creep, just steady away, scale speeds, nothing too fast. And in your kits, if you've bought yours second hand and you want to do this, then you might need to source a couple of parts trees, which are the F parts and the C parts. Now, on your F parts, F9, you'll find these little like hook things, and on C9 there is also a pair of those hook things. Now, if I just flip Rusty on its side, see, I never use third gear. It's just totally irrelevant. First gear is more than enough for me if you're running a standard setup. Now, second gear, if you're running like a poison motor or something, then you might be a little more suited to second gear. Now, here I have my shifting servo, and for this all I've done is I've kept the servo in there. I just like that added bit of weight up front, the weight of the servo, but I've deleted the shifting rod, and this currently is in second gear. I put this into second gear for a tug of war just because it is really slow and really creeps when it's in first gear. Now, my shift rod just does not move because it is locked using those little clips provided in your kit. So if I just take one of those off there, they look like this, and all they do is go in front of the E-clip there, and they physically just clip to the rod if you apply a bit of pressure. Now, I believe it's that way for the first gear. So if I was to want it locked into first gear, I would add both of those clips up in the front like that. Now the shift rod won't move, just won't move at all. If I take one of those clips out from the front and leave one in as it was, they're a bit fiddly. But now if I was to leave the shift rod on using one of those clips, I could literally just give myself first gear, second gear, and it just won't even allow it to go into third gear. A second gear lock, you do want both in, and for a third gear lock, where you want it off its box and just like super fast, you would put both of those up in the rear like so. So both of them in there is third gear. Now if you can't manage to get hold of any of these little clips, then what you could possibly do is cable ties. So I'll just get a radio now. We'll turn Rusty on. So now with the gearbox locked in the high gear, This is the 3rd speed. I mean, this isn't the fastest. Like I say, I've already put a poison motor in, and I've put a smaller pinion on there, just with a couple of less teeth, and that gears down the overall output from the gearbox. So it's basically just slowing down the spur rotation slightly. So this is the top speed. It's a dramatic difference to the standard setup, but there it is, it's locked. That's basically preventing your shift rod from slipping out and stripping gears along the way and stuff. Now, if you wanted 2nd gear, we'll take that out and just let that drive its way into the gear a moment. There we go. You would lock up. You would lock up one at either side now. We're now in 2nd gear. And it's going slightly slower. But if you are actually wanting to shift your gears, then this video is really of no use if you want all 3. This is really if you're only looking to use 1 gear and do away with the shift. Like I say, you can use the box as a 2-speed with the shift servo, locking off the high gear with that, which would be. So now for the low gear, taking the little clip and push that onto that end, and there we go, that's full throttle. So if you're looking to delete the servo on the front and doing away with the shifting, maybe you have just a basic 2-channel radio with just your like steering and your drive with no other output for the shift servo. But that is basically how to lock it, and you get the parts in the kit. They are parts C and F9. But yeah, I'm sure they could be easily sourced if you haven't got yours from the kit. Failing that, maybe try some cable ties. I've never actually tried it with cable ties, but I presume it would work. Parts C and F9, it's in the kit. So should I wish to hook up a shift servo back to this truck, I still would cap off the 3rd and just leave me with the centre and the front, which is the first 2 speeds. 3rd speed, it's just way too much for these trucks. But yeah, it's just a little tip. It's there, the chances you already have them. It was just a question kept getting asked, how do you lock your gearbox? And the parts are actually in your box to do it. So I hope that answers some of your questions who's been asking. I will go through and answer some more questions from the comments and stuff, which can help people out. So again, do thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I shall catch you in the next one. Ciao for now, guys.